Hi, friends. I'm Laura Fritz. I am a student here at Purdue Global. I am currently in my third term, and I am studying environmental management and policy. Let's see, I work at Purdue. I've been with Purdue for 7 years. In those 7 years, I've spent time in a couple of different departments across campus. My current job, I landed with them just about 2 years ago, and I am pretty sure that this is where I'm going to stay until I retire. My thesis for the course is Purdue University should provide adjustable workstations for its employees in order to improve work performance, minimize chronic illness due to sitting, and battle obesity by promoting movement. Purdue is a really interesting place to work from a staff perspective. This is because each department is ran very different than every other department. The departments are very independent of each other. Yes, we're here to teach the students and get them on the right track for life, but every department has a different way of doing everything. This is specifically true when it comes to budgets and management styles. So, in my previous department, we were going through a complete furniture remodel. I was given at the time a stand up desk or an adjustable workstation. With the push of a button, my desk would go up, and with the push of a button, it would go back down to whatever height I needed it to go. So this was a great luxury. There's not a ton of these at Purdue, although they are becoming more prevalent throughout campus. So flash forward to my current position, and the furniture that we have, a nice way to put it is like garage sale furniture. It's very outdated, very traditional sit down desks, and there's not necessarily an option in the future for a furniture remodel. So I don't have an option at work to stand up and get a little bit of movement in during the day. I don't know that stand up desks are necessarily a priority. Well, I know they're not a priority on with my employer currently. I am probably the youngest employee in the office by at least 15 years. And for reference, I'm about to turn 40. So, definitely a different vibe or culture than what I'm used to. So, standing furniture or standing desks, adjustable workstations are not going to happen anytime soon. So, as a runner, movement is very important to me throughout the day. One of the worst parts about not being able to stand up at a standing desk during the day is how stiff and how tight I feel at the end of the day. I typically do all of my training for my running after work, not a morning person. So I have at least a solid mile in my run of just trying to limber up from sitting all day. The CDC says that as Americans, we need 150 minutes every week of moderate activity. So this could be a brisk walk or a run. Obviously, we need to put some strength workouts in there to keep our muscles and our bones good. But 150 minutes is what the CDC recommends for movement for the average American. As a runner, that is a pretty simple goal for me to hit. However, so many of us are just so busy that it's really hard to prioritize that time to get that extra movement in. This is where standing desks come in. If you have a standing desk, you can kind of get some more movement in throughout the day without necessarily having to chunk out big parts of your day. So I've worked at Purdue long enough to understand what the barriers are going to be in this fight for standing desks. As I said, each department runs very independently of each other. So one department could have a massive budget while the next department has a very, very small budget. And then management styles are very different too. You know, I could have a manager in one department that doesn't really see the purpose of a standing desk, doesn't really even want to think about it. And then the next manager could want one too. So things are very different at Purdue per department, and that's going to be the biggest barrier. There's also a very tedious process to get standing desks. So the first thing that you have to do is go through the ergo team. They have to come out to your workstation and do an assessment. There also, which blows my mind, there needs to be a medical note from your doctor giving a reason, a medical reason why you need to stand up during the day. That I can't comprehend that, but so that's part of the process. And then again, does your department have the budget to fit this in? And then another barrier specifically for me that I'm gonna have to overcome is the fact that I work from home 2 days a week. Tuesdays and Fridays are my work from home days. So I'm not quite sure how it's going to be received that I'm asking for as an adjustable workstation that I will only be using part-time. So that's going to be an interesting barrier that I'm going to have to overcome in this persuasion, I guess. But the fight is certainly not over. I do plan on taking this to my supervisor and to the departments. I want to advocate for myself, and I want to advocate for those coworkers that are interested in a stand-up desk. You know, the cool thing about it is this class teaching us how to get our way, I guess, in a sense. So yeah, I'm really excited to take this on and see how far up the chain I can go, and if I can actually get a stand-up desk. But yeah, so thanks you guys. Bye.